Hello and welcome. My name is Sandra. For this class, keep a block handy, and also if you do your shoulder stands on a prop, then you want to keep that in the vicinity as well. We'll be doing lots of groundwork, and then from there going into shoulder stand. So so keep it handy if you need one. Come to sitting on your heels. And you can also sit on your block if that's more comfortable. And place your hands on your thighs. Close your eyes. And just gently open your mouth. Relax your jaw. Breathe in through your nose. And just gently out through the mouth. And just do this a couple of times, really relaxing the body. I'm going to do a practice that will get the energy moving a little bit. So just tap into where you are right now. And then fold your hands in anjali mudra. Just gently bow your head down. Open the eyes and lift up your head. Okay, from here, interlace your hands, fingers, and stretch your arms out. Take your arms up and inhale deeply into your ribcage, front and the back, and exhale again out through the mouth and stretch open. 2 more times. So breathe in deeply. You can even bend forward a little bit. And on your exhalation, open up, especially the front body as you breathe out through the mouth. And one more time, so you can bend forward. Stretch open the shoulders. Then exhale, bring your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers there. Keep the heads of the arm bones back, so gently squeeze the shoulders back and stretch your arms away from the body. And then bend forward, bring your chest over your thighs, your forehead to the floor, and stretch your arms overhead. Again, 3 breaths here, and you can breathe out through the mouth again if that feels good, but you don't have to. And on your next inhalation, draw the belly in and slowly come back up to sitting. Now roll your spine on the floor. So you take your hands to either side of the body. Keep your block handy here. And what we're going to do is just roll, so arms along the sides, and then take your knees in and roll your spine a couple times on the floor. So taking the legs over the head, you may or may not be touching the floor. Focus on the spine. Couple more. So waking up the energy in the spine. Then the next time you roll up and slowly come back to sitting. So swing your legs forward. And now from here, just hold on to the backs of the legs for a Navasana variation. Press your legs into the hands and then take your arms forward and exhale and stretch your legs back to the front and lean back and inhale, come up again. Exhale, stretch back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, stretch back. Inhale, come up. So we're firing up energy in the belly as well as in the hip flexors. Your back muscles should be working here as well. come back to the center. Hold the pose for a moment. You can keep the knees bent or straighten the legs, whatever feels best for you. And lengthen out through the spine. Then again, hold on to the backs of the legs. Slowly roll down the spine and roll your legs over your head for Halasana. So reaching all the way back. Trying to keep my microphone intact as I'm going here. So if here, interlace the fingers behind the body and squeeze the hands toward one another. You can take your legs a little bit wider apart and curl your shoulders under. Now from this place you can release the hands and feel your low back and make sure that you have that the spine is straight, so you're not rounding the spine. You can take your legs a little bit wider apart. You can bend your knees in order to press the sitting bones up and lengthen through the back. Breathe here. And then exhale, slowly roll the spine down. Place the feet close to the hips on the floor and rest here for a breath. And then we're going to do spine rolls again using the deeper core muscles. So really relax the body, relax the breath, and inhale deeply. And as you exhale, from deep within the lower belly, right above your pubic bone, start to draw the belly in. And as you do that, you'll feel that the pelvis is starting to tip backwards. So let that happen. And as you do that, your low back will start to press into the floor. Let that happen too. And then very gradually let your sitting bones, pubic bone, lift up. The hips lift up and you roll on your spine towards your neck. So keeping the abdominal muscles deep in the body activated. Then exhale, slowly roll down the spine again. So try to get every single vertebrae all the way down. You'll notice that there's parts of your spine that you'll be able to contact very easily. So stay with this movement, drawing the belly in as you roll up the spine. And some parts of your spine, maybe you don't feel as well, or you feel that you can't really press them into the floor quite as well. Rolling the spine down. One more time. So drawing the belly in, tipping the pelvis back, and slowly lifting up onto the shoulders, rolling back again. Try to get every vertebrae on there. Good. And then bring your knees in, roll over your spine till you're in an upright position, and stretch your legs straight. Take the left knee up and in. Take your knee out to the side. Widen the sitting bones for half Paschimottanasana. Spread your toes of the right leg, of the right foot, actually, and turn your belly and your chest over the right leg, bend forward. So keeping the whole backside of the right leg activated. Again, deep breath into the nose. You can breathe out through your mouth if that helps you ground and connect more to your body. So use your breath rather than your effort to go deeper into the pose. Then inhale, slowly come up to sitting. Change your legs. So left leg forward. You can widen the sitting bones. Spread the toes. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, bend forward. 3 deep breaths. Inhale, slowly lift up. And again, roll the spine down onto the floor, knees bent. Arms along the sides. Press the feet into the floor. And inhale, now lift up into Setu Bandha. So supported bridge. And tuck your shoulders under. Roll the inner thighs down towards the floor so the sitting bones spread. And breathe deeply. Again, 3 full breaths into the chest and the belly. And then slowly roll the spine down. Rest here for a moment. You can take the knees to touch, knees together. And then get your block. And inhale, lift up again onto the shoulders. Place the block underneath the sacrum. So it's, if you can't place it on the highest setting, then interlace your hands in front of the block and really squeeze the shoulders in. Puff up the chest. 2 more breaths here. Feel the stretch maybe in the belly and in the front of the hips. And then slowly lift up your hips, release the block out to the side, and rest the hips down to the floor. Relax the body again, relax the breath. And then the next pose, inhale and lift up your hips once more. And now take your hands, you can also get your block again if it's hard to get your hands underneath. Place the hands on the back side of the pelvis, so it's supported. You can take your fingers out to the sides, so toward the outer hips. And rest the weight into your elbows and into your shoulders. Gently press the feet into the floor to open up the chest more. So you're basically pressing the chest towards the chin, and then lift up the chin a little bit. Keeping that, now straighten the legs. If you cannot straighten the legs, then obviously don't do that. It's a fairly intense stretch. 2 deep and full breaths here. Actually, let's make that 3. And then slowly walk your feet back to the hips. Lift up your hips and release the hands. Roll down the spine. See if you can roll it down vertebrae by vertebrae. So again, it feels really good. Placing the hips down. Step your feet a little bit away from the body and just rest here for a moment. And then again, if you use a blanket for shoulder stand, then please get that blanket now and place it underneath your shoulders. Then press your hands into the floor, press the shoulders into the floor, and bring your legs over for Halasana again. Interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades. And press the sitting bones up towards the ceiling. Stretch the backs of the legs. Again, press the chest towards the chin and lift the chin away from the chest. So that keeps your back, the upper back and the cervical spine, your neck, keeps it safe. So you want that lifted away from the floor. Exhale, slowly release the pose. Roll the spine down. And take your Keep your legs straight up. Take your arms in line with your shoulders. So if you're on the blanket, there's going to be a little gap, but that's okay. Then draw the belly in and take both legs toward the left hand. You may be able to keep the legs straight, or you may need to bend them. Inhale, come up, and go to the opposite side. Inhale, up. So I do this a couple more times. Really squeezing your abdomen. You can go a little slower or a little faster. It's pretty intense, as you may feel. One more side, second side, and then bringing the legs up. Take a little rest here. Bring your feet down to the floor. Bring the arms alongside the body again, and either on the blanket or on your mat. Curl the shoulders back, lift up to Halasana. And again, you can interlace the hands to roll the shoulders under. Press the chest towards the chin. Press your sitting bones up to the sky. And we're going to do a couple pumps. So inhale, spread the toes and lift the legs up. Exhale, slowly bringing them down. Working against gravity, pumping the jam. And lift up onto the shoulders and down. One more time. And down. Stay in Halasana for a moment. And then place your hands underneath your low back. And inhale, and now take a shoulder stand, which at this point should probably feel fairly relaxing. Couple deep breaths here. And again, keep working on lifting the chest towards the chin, sitting bones high up towards the heels and the ceiling, and at the same time lifting the chin away from the chest. Then exhale, bring your legs overhead towards the floor, slowly roll down out of the pose. If you're on a blanket, you may want to take the blanket away. Or stay on it if it feels good. You can certainly stay on it. Then take your feet to touch and the knees out. So the feet are a fair distance away from the hips. So you're more like in a diamond shape than in a really tight kind of V shape. So Supta Baddha Konasana, so just allow the body to release now. Turn your palms up. Take 3 deep and full breaths here. And just gently press the sitting bones toward the floor so you feel the lower back arching somewhat. And after the third breath, you have the option of straightening the legs, or you can stay here, but then just release the body and release your breath. But just for a few minutes, really surrender. And feel just your body and the energy. Notice what it feels like. Enjoy this moment of nothingness after doing a little bit of active work, or a lot of active work. And then if your knees are out with the legs bent, just gently take your knees up towards one another. Place your feet on the floor for a moment. Walk your feet closer to the hips, or roll onto the right side. You can cradle your head into the hand, the arm. And then slowly from this position, stretch out your left leg and press up to a seated position. You can also come to sitting on your heels, whatever is most comfortable. Feeling into the body again. Feel your energy. Your sense of aliveness in this moment. Connection to your body. And then fold your hands in anjali mudra, the heart center. Bow your head, give thanks. And open your eyes and lift up your head. Namaste. Thank you for joining, and see you next time.